Since 2016, cumulatively, over the last 3 seasons, there have only been 2 running backs in the NFL that have scored 4 touchdowns of 50 or more yards. One of them is Derrick Henry, and he's done that over a 3-year span, and we saw 2 of them against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The other one is Saquon Barkley. He's a rookie. He's ridiculous. And I still think Baker Mayfield is the Rookie of the Year. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. Look, here's a question, man. Is the Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, is it an award for, is it an MVP award essentially, right? So you say that, the rookie who has the biggest impact on his team, or is it just like a legit, hey, best player award, right? Best rookie award. You can make the argument that's Saquon Barkley, right? You mentioned all the stats that he has, the receptions he has, the rushes. But he's very much in the run game hit or miss, right? There's weeks where he has a ton of carries, obviously a ton of yards, and weeks where he doesn't have a lot of yards. Now, I know people are going to say, that's the offensive line's fault. Well, you're not blaming the offensive line, or you're not giving them praise when he does rush the ball.
It's mainly because nobody fears Eli as a passer. They know Saquon Barkley's going to get a lot of touches.
Eli threw for 300 yards the other day.
You can point to one great game.
He has games this year where he has 31 yards, 43 yards, 67 yards, 38 yards, 43 yards.
31 was in the rain against a really good defense at Tennessee. 43 against a good defense against the Colts.
28. I mean, he has games where he has 28, 44, 48, 43, 38, 60, 67, 31, 43. I mean, that's not very good. He sprinkled in games obviously with a lot of good carries.
But a lot of those lower numbers that you just mentioned, 38 rushing yards against the Redskins, for example, had 73 receiving yards in that game. 43 had 51 receiving yards. 48, then he had 81 receiving yards in that game. 44, 56 receiving yards in that game. 28 rushing yards against the Cowboys back on the 16th of September, 80 receiving yards. So when you look at what he's doing overall, you can't just look at the rush total. Sometimes it looks like his average carry is somewhere in like the 14-ish range. He has a couple of games where he's over 20, but in terms of just how many attempts he's getting a game, he is probably somewhere around 14, somewhere in there.
16.
Okay, well, he's got a few like high games, but he's got one with 10, one with 11, 2 with 13, 1 with 14, 3 with 14, another with 13. So I mean, he's doing a lot just in terms of all-purpose. He does have 1,198 yards and 10 touchdowns as a rookie. And I'm still arguing again, Baker Mayfield is the Rookie of the Year. And my main reasoning is I think that Hue Jackson has proven to maybe be the worst coach in the history of the NFL because Baker Mayfield never had a chance to actually get that job. The quarterback competition was never even opened.
That's crazy.
If you start him from the very beginning of the season, because Hue Jackson saw him during training camp, we saw him on Hard Knocks, we watched him in the preseason. Tyrod Taylor shouldn't have been the starter on that team. If Baker Mayfield had started from the beginning, I think the Browns may have won the AFC North.